All right, here is our 11th daily winter break sentence. As usual, I will read the Greek, you put it together, and then we can come back and translate. All right. Ephrase de tein atropon, tein dia tu oreos pheruson, es thermopoulos, kai diephthera, tus hupomenontos helenos. All right, so pause the video, see what you can make of this sentence, and then we'll translate. All right, as usual, first word, de, and, or but and, ephrase. The base here is fraud. You always, whenever you see fraud, you point it out. So the meaning of this is to point out or to show. And he, can say he pointed out, he showed, tain atropon, the path. Remember, we talked about this in a previous video. This is trep, to turn, to turnless. The path is something you can't turn away from, so it's a linear line. And he pointed out the path. Which one? Tain, the one, dia tu oreos. So here we get a nice little prepositional phrase. Through the mountain, the one bearing through the mountain. Now here's a case where Greek has an idiom or somewhat idiomatic use of bear, carry, or bear. Almost it can be directional. We do this as well. You bear left at the intersection. Here, the path, the one bearing through the mountain, where as thermopoulos, to Thermopylae, or Thermopylae. Literally hot. There's thermo, like thermometer, and pula. We saw this before in the Propylaea, the four gates of the Temple of Hephaestus in the Rhampsinitus story. So the name of Thermopylae, the hot gates, and it's plural. A lot of place names are plural, actually. Think about Athens. Athens, the reason why actually there's an S at the end is because in origin, Athens is a plural noun. So in any case, and he showed the path, the one bearing through the mountain to Thermopylae, and diephthera, he destroyed. This base is what we have here in the segmentation. There's the dia, right, past time marker, and then phthare. That iota in here is the, well, actually, this could be either the yod progressive marker, but then phonemic metathesis flips with our Merlin row, or that could be the result of a sigma that then drops, and there's this stretching. So that's probably what's going on here. Something like that. Diephthera. So, and he destroyed the Hellenos, the Greeks. Greeks, not as a national term, they don't have countries yet at all. That's the more very recent phenomenon, referring to a sort of ethnic group of shared language, predominantly, but also some cultural similarities as well. So the Greeks, which Greeks? Hupomenontos. Here we get, there's hupo, there's a main. Alpha tells us this is an aorist participle, so there's some stretching that went on here. The base is men, men santas. Okay, so literally remaining under is how they would, or having remained under. We would say having remained behind. So, and he destroyed the Greeks. Which ones? The ones having remained behind. Let me put it together one more time. And he pointed out the path, the one bearing through the mountain, to Thermopylae, and he destroyed the Greeks who remained behind. Here, what I've done this a few times in these videos, is sometimes it's easier just to render a participle into a relative clause in English, because otherwise it's sort of cumbersome to say the having remained behind Greeks. But there you go. That is daily winter break sentence number 11.